The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Shawn.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning and happy first day of June, baby. Yeah, is it? Yeah. I was like, wait, is it June?
It is June.
Yeah, June
It's
1st.
the 6th month of the year already. Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
That is incredible. 5:31 right now. Good morning. And hey, I was out for a walk yesterday and I noticed a traffic circle just down the street from us over by that wide open area. They are adding more signage and they're painting directions on how to use the traffic circle on the road to hopefully try and help drivers learn how to drive that thing.
That has got to be in response to the fact that that is one of the most dangerous spots in Fort McMurray. You never know what anyone is doing in there.
People will enter in one lane and then they'll just casually shift over into the other lane while they're driving like all the way through the circle. And it's just like, please just avoid this until you learn how to drive this bad boy.
I do avoid it because I know other people don't know how to use it. Like, I honestly used to take that route every day when there was a light there. When they put the traffic circle in, I was like, you know what? Not worth it. It's too stressful. I'm at the end of my workday and I don't need any more stress.
Yeah.
So see you bye. I'm taking confed.
If they put a live stream up like they had with the river and watching for river breakup, if they put a live stream just at the traffic circle just so you could watch the hilarity, I would watch it.
Yeah, I think it would go viral. I feel like people in other countries would watch it.
Absolutely. Have you noticed that it's been like abnormally windy the past couple days here when it's nice out?
Yes, I have. I've definitely gotten like a new hairdo every time I've walked outside.
What is up with that? Like on Monday, ever since it's just been like straight sunshine, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna wear like shorts, a t-shirt, and I'm just gonna lather up. And then all of a sudden I get out there, I'm like, I need to put on a sweater.
Yeah, it's chilly out here.
A little chilly. I'm nitpicking, obviously, because I love the sunshine. But it's just like, I was actually debating yesterday if I should go buy a kite. Like,
That
can
would
you
be
still
fun.
Can you still buy kites?
Only if you sing the Mary Poppins song while you do it. Let's go fly a kite. What? Is that a thing?
No, I don't know. It's not for me. I've never watched Mary Poppins. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Is that the one where she has an umbrella as well?
yes, yeah. She
Okay.
flies kites and she flies in on an umbrella.
I guess I've never really searched for kites at like the stores and stuff, though.
I have not either, but I have made one at Girl Guides, and you
Oh.
can make one with like a garbage bag and some straws
Hell
and
yeah.
string. So I could help you out there.
All right.
The
Hey.
recipe anyway.
Yeah, today's got a high 20, lots of sunshine, and wind gusts up to 40 again today.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
So it's going to be another windy one. It's going to be beautiful out. Maybe a little wind this afternoon. So maybe today's the kite flying day.
Let's go fly a kite. Got a text yesterday from a friend that moved away from Fort McMurray about 5 years ago.
Oh, where do they want to know? What do they want to talk about?
Well, I was really nervous because they said, hey, question for you. And then it just had like the typing bubble for minutes.
They're like, I left my socks in your house 5 years ago. Do you think you can find them for me? I'm running low.
Perhaps. But instead they said, that Jamaican restaurant in Fort McMurray, is it still open?
Is it?
It is not,
Oh, I was like,
unfortunately.
pardon me. I've been here for a year and we've had this restaurant?
No, it was absolutely delicious. It was called Shea Max. Unfortunately, it closed a while back. But he, for these 5 years since he left, he has not been back to visit. He moved to Seattle, very far away. He has been dreaming about the hot sauce that he used to have. And he was like, do you think you could reach out to Maxine and ask her if she still bottles and sells that hot sauce and send me some?
Yeah.
So I did.
You got your little detective hat on?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let me see if I can find her and see. But I was just thinking like, wow, I remember how delicious the food was. I don't specifically remember the hot sauce, but what a compliment 5 years later to have somebody reach out and say, I am still dreaming about something that you make. Can I have some of it, please?
Yeah. Well, the memorable sauces like come to mind for me. Didn't this happen at McDonald's when people were asking for like the McChicken sauce and it just was like mayo, but they wanted it?
Oh, I don't know.
And then they threw it in packets afterwards because everyone was constantly requesting it.
That's really funny. I mean, my husband from McDonald's likes pink sauce, which apparently they had in the States when he was a kid.
Oh.
And that, come to find out, was just mayo and ketchup mixed together.
Oh,
then, like, the fact that it's pink and it's sauce just grosses me right out.
I'll tell you what. I saw if the Tim Hortons like sauce that they put on their farmer's wrap ever goes away, it's like a Chipotle. I'm gonna ask for a bottle of that because I could put that on everything. The Edmonton Oilers were playing in the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2006 last night, and it could have went a little better.
There was a lot of goals scored.
Yeah, there was. There was an abnormally amount of goals scored. Much like the first game against the Flames, where I think the Flames beat the Oilers in game 1 9-6. I think this one was 8-6 last night versus the Colorado Avalanche.
That's a lot of cheering. I mean, I only watched the last hour of the game, but I was bewildered just how loud it must have been in that arena, just knowing how loud it was coming through on the TV.
Yeah, and there was another controversial call as well last night. So against Calgary, there was the kick. Blake Coleman, did he kick it in or not? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We're over that one. Now,
Over it.
now we're on to was it offside or not? And everyone is just going up in arms about a goal last night that Colorado scored that really kind of turned the tide of the game.
Ooh.
Do you know what offside is?
No.
Anyways, that's okay. You don't have to know what offside is.
Okay, wait, but can I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I know that there's like something about the blue line.
Yeah.
And so I think that the player passed the blue line before the puck did.
It's actually kind of confusing to try and describe because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, how can I describe offside here? I was like, I'm not even going to go there because it's like almost a visual thing that you have to see instead of like. Anyways, offside. There's just a lot of controversy. Colorado scored, and then people. It's just dividing people again on whether it is or it's not. But at the end of the day, you're not going to win a game if you let in 8 goals. So much like the Calgary series, though, they lost the first game. And then they won 4 straight, and they won in 5 games. So maybe the Goilers can get goiling a little bit, and they can just hop on the win train and turn things around. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. Shawn, Mixed Mornings with Steph and Shawn is turning 1-year-old today.
How amazing is that? I know, like, for the past, like, couple months, I've been like, I've almost lived here for a year. I've almost lived here for an hour. I can officially say today, I've lived here for a year.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy 1-year anniversary to you, Shawn.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the community.
I'm not gonna lie, it flew by. It absolutely flew by. It feels like 3 months I've been here. Like it has gone by so quick, and it's just been so much fun. It's been so much fun just to kind of hang out, get to know everyone. A couple regular people that just like text in and call, and the people who are just one-off every now and then. It's all the same. It's all the same love. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for making my 1 year here be so incredible.
And 1 year ago, you pulled into town with 8 hours before we were turning on our mics together. And I remember, like, I was over at our program director's house for a bonfire, and we were trying to welcome you into the city. And you were like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, okay, this is the thing. Like, I can usually say, like, no when I just don't want to do something. But when you're trying to make a first impression, I feel like you kind of have to. And so I just ended up driving. I was driving from Prince George, and then I went to Edmonton to see my girlfriend, and then up here. So I just did the 5-hour drive, 6-hour with a U-Haul because it was slow and everything. And I just finished unpacking, got my bed all set up, and it was around like 8 o'clock at night, and I had to wake up at 3 to go on air the next morning. I'm tired. And then all of a sudden you and Wilcox were like, hey, come over for a fire. Let's get to know each other. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, something you don't know about me is I really value my sleep time.
Yeah. I was like, first day. I'm like dirty. I'm tired. But yeah, let's have a fire.
No, I'm so glad you came, and I think that set a precedence for the rest of the time. But it is very clear that you are able to say, no, I don't want to do that, because I have invited you out so many times, and you're always just like, nah, I think I like my bed better than you.
Well, I love after that, the next 2 months after that, you're like, hey, come do this. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock on a school night. I can't.
Yeah, and I'm like, sleep in the fall, Shawn. That's what we all do.
Another moment came up in my life last night, Steph, where I'm just like, man, I hate this. I'm getting older.
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock at night. I'm in my townhouse complex. I have my window open, and all I hear is some lunatic blasting their car speakers for like 20 minutes straight.
Wow. Okay, you are getting older, so this bugged you.
It did. I was trying to watch the hockey game, and all I could hear was like it was like. And then I took a peek because I'm like that nosy neighbor. Anytime I hear something outside, I'm like, "Who's outside?" I don't know. And then
disrupting my hockey game watching, even though I have a remote and can turn it up and drown them out.
How dare you live around me? So peek outside, and this is this guy in his like mid-20s. I'm like, okay, if it was like a 17-year-old got his first car and just put some subs in, like he's excited, showing off and whatnot, whatever. But it's just like, oh my goodness, my man. Like, we've all heard music before. You're in your 20s, like for 20 minutes straight. And the worst part is,
yeah,
he listened to the same song twice in a row.
Twice in a row. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just have to say, though, times are tough, Shawn. Like, perhaps he couldn't afford a car in his teens, and this is his first car.
Don't care.
In his 20s, and he's checking out his new subwoofers.
Go do it in a parking lot. Like, this is a townhouse complex with, like, just 40 people all in, like, a close proximity. And first of all, you were idling, sir, okay?
Oh.
Gas is very expensive, so must be nice. And also, you're destroying the earth, and also you're disturbing the peace in the townhouse complex.
I think that's what you sign up for when you sign up for a townhouse, is to hear everybody else's stuff around you.
They should put an asterisk. Oh, by the way, there's Jerry over in 325. He plays his music on loud as maximum as it can go for 20 minutes every third day.
Who names their kid Jerry?
I don't know. Jerry does.
I've probably watched more hockey games in the last, week and a half than I have in the last 5 years.
Wow. Okay. Is that because of the Oilers or?
Yeah, because of the Oilers, and our friends are really, really on it. They're stoked about this. My husband, however, is from Colorado.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so last night they invited us over to watch the Oilers, and he started sending gifts of Avalanche things.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm going to unfriend you if you don't stop. Get those gifts out of there. And so then we're over at their house, and they're just like, sorry, we can't be friends right now. Like, you have to stop cheering for the Avs. And neither my husband or I are hockey fans at all.
So he doesn't care about the Avalanche.
He absolutely doesn't care. Not at all. But they just were... It seemed that he was pushing all the right buttons that he almost started to become a fan.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. Especially if he starts bringing bad mojo in the room. Like, if all of a sudden your husband walks into the room and then the Avalanche score, I would almost say, like, you have to go watch in the basement or you got to go home. You can't watch here, I'll tell you that much.
Well, another thing that was happening at this place, our friend has one of those Oilers light up cups.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
So like when they score, I don't know if this is Bluetooth or magic.
Yeah, it's like hooked up to Wi-Fi, I'm pretty sure, and then it's like hooked up through a website of some sort.
Yeah, so when they score, the cup starts lighting up, but somehow it got out of sync with the TV feed.
Oh yeah, always.
And so we were watching, and it was like really intense play. They're in the end zone. They're in the crease. I don't know.
Yeah, go
anyway,
for it. Just keep going. This is great. I love this.
And about 5 seconds before the big moment happened that the whole crowd started cheering and the puck went in, the cup started blinking and saying they scored. And it was like, well, why are we watching this now? We can just watch the cup and see how the Oilers are doing.
Oh, yeah. I remember when those first came out. It was just hilarious. Like, everyone had them, and then, like, one person's cup would be out of sync from the other, and it just turned into a total disaster when you had, like, a lot of them in the same room. Good idea on the forefront of it all, but once you had them in person, I was like, maybe they're better turned off. My nerdy map skills got put to the test and really pushed to the limits yesterday, Steph.
Yeah, yesterday we saw a picture from a business in Edmonton that said a Fort Mac Oilers lover has made their lawn look like an Oilers symbol, and you were determined to find it.
Yeah, there was no details about it. It was just like a vague picture. It was an Oilers logo painted on the lawn. You could see a fire hydrant. You could see the side of the house, a little bit of the front. And I think that was it.
Yeah, and we were kind of deducing like, all right, it looks like this is a pretty big side lawn, maybe on a corner. So
Yeah.
where are the bigger lawns in town? And then you just took to Google Maps Street View, and for 4 hours you were picking up that little man and taking him on a tour around town.
Yeah. So we decided on the house. It had like a little bit of a front patio. It wasn't a cookie cutter new house either, and it looked like it didn't have multiple floors either. Big lawn, corner lot. So I was like, okay, you can cut out basically almost all of Timberley. And there's maybe some parts closer to the Birchwood Trail, so I was just going on corner lots all around there. And then it was like Dickensfield, I was searching all over there. Wood Buffalo, searching all over there. All of Thickwood, essentially. Downtown I was searching in. Cut out Abisan and Beacon Hill. I was like, nah, not one of those. And I got so close, but I never actually got there.
But that's okay, because the Facebook detectives did find it, and I did go for a drive last night, and I experienced it in real life and took a picture of it.
Yeah, where is it? Westwood or something?
Yes, Westwood Drive on the corner there. So you just missed one corner, I guess.
Yeah, when I was on the Google Maps, I was dropping my homie in, looking at the street view, and then I was like, it looks like this house on Westwood Crescent. I remember saying that. And then I checked another corner house on Westwood Crescent, and it wasn't it, and I just didn't check the other two, because it's like 4 points on Westwood Crescent. And I was just like, oh, I checked 2 of them, and I was like, moving on to the next one. And then someone told me it was Westwood Drive. I think it's you, like a couple hours later, and I just lost it.
But if you do want to go look at it, you can look at it on Westwood Drive. We've done all the legwork for you. Unfortunately, Shawn's search was in vain. But also, we will post it on our socials a little later this morning.
Very cool. Hey, Jaylene, it's Steph and Shawn from Mixed Mornings calling.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for taking some time this morning for us.
No problem.
So we just wanted to ask you about your lawn. It's been a big mystery. We saw somebody share it yesterday, and we were like, where is that thing?
Yeah. Well, we're pretty big sports fans and Oilers fans, so I decided to do it. I did it, actually, their last 2006 Cup run on my parents' lawn, so that was many, many years ago. And then I decided to recreate it now with this playoff Cup run.
And from my understandings, you had the resources right at your hands, hey?
That's right, yes. I can get my hands on some pretty good stuff pretty quickly and go from there.
So the inspiration, it just came from basically the last playoff run, or how did it all come about?
Yeah, pretty much. In 2006, same thing. Like I don't even know where that came from. I was like, I'm going to do that. I was living with my parents at the time, and I didn't even ask them. I just started doing it, and and it actually worked out. And then I was actually with my niece, and I was like, maybe we should do that again. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. She likes art and kind of into that stuff, and she's into hockey, so we decided to give it a try.
Now, I noticed in the pictures that were posted on the home hardware page, it didn't look like there was a stencil there. Am I wrong? Did you freehand that?
I did, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only thing I did use is I used something for the diameter for the circle, but that was it.
Oh, yeah, you got to create the perfect circle, and then you can go from there.
That's right, yeah.
What kind of reception have you got from people?
Oh, it's been great. Like, I really didn't think I would get this kind of response, but it's been great. Like, I didn't know how the people in my neighborhood would feel, or like when I was doing it, a couple people stopped and would heckle me, oh, that's not my team. Or one guy said, oh, my mother-in-law is going to be so mad. She's a Calgary Flames fan. I'm like, well.
Oilers!
Yeah, exactly.
Tell your mother-in-law to go paint their lawn with the Flames then.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, yeah. And then actually my parents, we've lived here. I was born and raised here, and we lived here my whole life, but my parents built in the 80s, and they had an 80s fireplace that was completely round and brick. And we always said, oh, that looks like an Oilers symbol. And so finally, when they were ready to renovate, I was able to paint the fireplace an Oilers symbol too. So it was funny to actually get that done.
That is so fun. Okay, one more question. So it's on the lawn on Westwood Drive. Should I say that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are people stopping? Like, have you seen a lot of folks stopping and taking pictures or doing a drive-by? Like, is your street getting a little busier?
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to monitor it, but definitely I see that there's pictures out there and that I'm getting tagged, and it's pretty noticeable actually. I wasn't planning on making it as big as it was, but it worked out perfectly.
Well, it looks lovely, and it's always fun to see the fandom just kind of spread out like that, and it's always fun to see it like that. So Jaylene, thank you so much for taking the time today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Spoilers! It's Wednesday, so it means it's SPCA Pet of the Week Day, brought to you by Pet Value Downtown in Eagle Ridge.
Yeah, we're joined by Misty in the studio like we are every week. Who do we have here? What dog did you bring in for us?
So it being Wednesday, what is a little bit of comfort like some lasagna?
I love lasagna and I love the dog too.
So this is Lasagna. He is a 4-year-old collie cross. He is just the funniest little guy, as you can tell. He's just playing. He's a playful little pup. You know, he's the perfect size for anyone who doesn't want a large like shepherd breed. He's like medium sized. He loves people.
Yeah.
His little quirk is he's not a fan of other dog friends. He just wants to be your only friend in the household. So if you're looking for a new friend that's just for you, who either wants to go for a walk or cuddle on the couch, Lasagna's your man.
Oh, lasagna sounds perfect. Like your best friend that you can take with you everywhere you go. And then maybe over the years, as you become best friends, you socialize a little bit more, and you just become besties with maybe more people.
There we go. I like it. Misty, what's going on at the SPCA this weekend?
So Sunday is our annual Winky Day. Finally, I did read an update from Winky Rides Club Greb Glide's page that they have friends coming from all over. They have someone flying in from Germany and driving up from Ontario. Everyone's coming out for Winky Day. So if you want to come out to the shelter, our registration for the motorbikes starts at 9 a.m. with everyone taking off at 10 a.m. to go to Anzac and back with Sandy and Team Winky. Then there will also be a barbecue starting at 11 supporting the Cause for Paws Fund, with some dog games going on as well. We have Royal Canine Designs by Megan making ice cream for the pups.
Whoa.
And she'll also be there from 10 to 4 doing nail trim. So if you're thinking about getting your furry friend's nails cut, come up. She'll do cats, dogs, really anything to help anyone. You know, she put in our Fellows with Paws, she was like face trims, and I kind of giggled. I was like, what if somebody came up here looking for like a beard shave? She was like, I'd do it.
Hey, there we go.
Very versatile. Well, Sunday's weather looks amazing, sunny and 22, so I'm sure it's going to be a great day to get outside and bring your dog for some fun.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.